Hello Summoners, and welcome to our very first mid-patch meta-analysis video. Like we mentioned before, our tier list will now be split into two parts. The first part is our patch rundown and tier list predictions that we have been doing for quite some time now, and the second part is our mid-patch analysis videos that are released 1 week into each patch to give you guys the most accurate tier lists available. Let's get right into it. In our previous video, we only placed 4 champions in our S tier for top lane, but now we finally welcome our 5th member, Yorick. Yorick has slowly been finding his way back into the meta as one of the highest win rates in top lane as of now. After his mini rework, he's been dominating his opponents with his high base damage and split push potential. Darius has had a declining win rate since the start of 9.3, but we are still leaving him in the S tier due to him being a counter to most melee top laners in the meta right now. Jace and Vladimir also have been doing really well in the meta and are very close to making the push to S tier. Since patch 9.3, you may have noticed a few unusual picks in the top lane, such as the zero farm Zilean strat that was played by Huni in the LCS. Zilean will not be mentioned in our top lane tier due to this strategy being hotfixed earlier this week. Karma, on the other hand, has been crawling her way back into the top lane A tier by using a full tank build. We highly recommend you try her out in a normal game. She's very frustrating to play against. The jungle tier list has had a few changes made since the start of patch 9.3. For starters, we welcome 2 new members to our S tier status who are Jarvan and Xin Zhao. Rammus will be dropped from our S tier due to these 2 champions outperforming him in the current meta. Vi has also been punching her way through the tier list and has moved up to our A tier list for this patch. Lastly, it's safe to say that Camille has finally been pulled from the jungle and is currently sitting at a 45% win rate. She is now out of the jungle and will likely never return. Press E to pay respects. An unusual champion that we recommend you pick up for this patch is Ivern. He's actually been doing really well since the jungle XP nerfs and has actually been thriving in this meta. Tanks and supports are well suited when it comes to low XP efficiency, so Ivern is a perfect pick for patch 9.3. Our mid lane tier list for patch 9.3 also sees a few changes made to our S and A tier. Yasuo has been added to our S tier because of his synergy with the newly reworked ADC items. He has one of the highest win rates as of now and is definitely someone you should pick up. Kassadin has also been dropped to our A tier, but will likely come back to our S tier in the coming weeks. Zilean has actually been showing some really strong results due to his ability to buff the new and improved ADCs. The amount of support and utility he provides can really be game-changing in this meta. Lastly, Zed has been dropped to our B tier list due to the addition of the Lifeline passive on Phantom Dancer. ADCs have become much harder for Zed to assassinate and has finally dropped him down a notch. An unusual pick that we recommend for our mid laners is Corki mid. Corki is now able to build Infinity Edge as a second item after Triforce, which increases his overall strength by a lot. We highly recommend you try him out since he is very easy to play and he does a ton of damage. The ADC tier list for our mid-patch rundown will see the most changes out of the other roles. In our S tier, we welcome 2 new members who are Ezreal and Jinx. Lucian, Caitlyn, Sivir, Ezreal, and Jinx are by far the strongest AD carries in the current meta and will bring you the best results. Twitch and Kalista have been added to our A tier, and they are also very good champions to pick up in patch 9.3. AP carries such as Heimer, Karthus, and Vladimir have not been doing so well since the ADC reworks and will sit at the very bottom in our C tier. Cassiopeia, Yasuo, Varus, Kai'Sa, and Misfortune will be added to our B tier list, but still hold a decent stance in this meta. An unusual pick that we recommend you try out for ADCs is Spellthief's Edge Ezreal. Although the strategy has been hotfixed for top and mid lane, it still works in the bottom lane and Ezreal can easily abuse this item. Pro players in Korea such as Griffin's ADC Viper have been spamming it in solo queue and it's gotten pretty good results. The support list will remain very similar to our previous patch due to supports not having any balance changes made in 9.3. Leona will be added to our S tier support list and Pyke will be dropped down into our A tier. Our analysts predict that shielding supports could make a comeback this meta due to ADCs being more impactful, but they are seeing the same amount of play as before. Tank engaged supports such as Alistar and Leona, on the other hand, have been seeing a lot more play and have shown really great results. Taric has also managed to make a comeback in this meta, and his win rate reflects it on his A-tier status. An unusual pick that we recommend you try up in the bot lane is Ornn Support. He's played a decent amount recently due to his ability to upgrade your team's items. He provides great engage in CC and will not disappoint you. That's it for our 9.3 mid-patch analysis video. If you like us splitting up our tier list into these two videos, please let us know by leaving a comment below, and feel free to subscribe to this channel if you like these videos. Also, ProGuides is now free, so check out the link below for exclusive League of Legends content made by your favorite pro players. In addition to that, make sure you check out our Silas guide featuring Bunny Fufu. We think you'll enjoy it for this patch. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the Rift.